So one of the questions I get asked most is, how do I quit smoking, or how do I break bad habits? So I'm going to focus in on helping people quit smoking in this video, or at least what I went through. I'm not saying I'm some guru in how to quit smoking, but I was at one time addicted, I guess, to cigar smoking. Even though it's not cigarette smoking, I think it can relate to a lot of I can relate to a lot of people. And one of the things I'm going to teach you that worked for me is how to do this consistently, slowly but surely. And if you've watched any of my videos, the one thing I'm going to always be teaching you is probably a lot different than others, and that is to do things extremely slow but consistent. So when I was younger, my first film that I made, Sore Losers, I started having an addiction to cigars because the character I played, for one, smoked cigars. So I started smoking them during the shooting process. And then eventually I realized even when I wasn't shooting, I'd be meeting my friends out downtown in Chicago. They were lawyers, family members, and friends playing poker. I slowly started to smoke more and more cigars. So I went from smoking one cigar to two to three. And I woke up wanting cigars. And so the addiction began from there. And the same way I kind of started the addiction, I realized was the same way I was going to have to lean off of it. And I think that can work for you as well. If you're a cigarette smoker, as you probably know, you probably didn't start off the first day smoking a pack of cigarettes a day. You started probably with one or two, and then maybe progressed from there. And as weeks or months went on, you slowly started to smoke more cigarettes. So what we're going to do is reverse that. So if you're a pack a day, for instance, say you smoke 20 a day, what we're going to do is for the next week, we're going to basically smoke 20 cigarettes a day. But at the end of the week, the next week begins, we're going to only smoke 19. You're just going to take one cigarette out of the pack. So for that week, we're only going to smoke 19. The next week, obviously 18. We are going to hopefully slowly progress down where your body, your mind, and everything about you now is releasing that. And the one thing I'm going to tell you, though, about quitting anything is, it's not only about the way it makes you feel. So smoking does make you feel one way or another. But what you really have to realize when you quit something in this nature, you're quitting a part of your identity, which is a big part of who you are. And your identity can even match up with a lot of other friends that smoke, so you start to feel bad when they smoke, or smoke breaks at work, or it's an excuse to take time off, or whatever it is, you have to realize that you're letting that go. And one of the things I did was I tried to break a bad habit a lot of times you replace it with a good, because I'm already quitting a bad habit, which quitting smoking should feel good, but actually a lot of times it doesn't because you're craving it. But what I did was I kind of gave up smoking and I kind of started drinking more healthier drinks as smoothies, veggie drinks, wheatgrass I was doing, ginger shots. And what happened was by letting one go, I was doing something else that made me still feel good. So that's just a hint that I did. Not saying it would work or not work for you, but I definitely would try the one cigarette less per week and progress down to nothing, and really acknowledge that I want to quit smoking. You have to acknowledge that. When you're ready to do that is when you're really ready to do it. So I hope this helps. Have any questions or anything else, let me know, and take care, and I wish you the best.